Yeah, I've just come into the Refined Audio room here at the Capitol Audio Fest, and hey, there's John from Refined Audio. How are you, John?
Very good. Yourself?
Great. Well, I can't wait to hear the system. I heard these cubes in Munich, and I was bowled over. So tell us about the rest of the system and tell us a little bit more about the cubes we have here.
Well, okay. First of all, the cubes are a 10-inch full range. And most of the full ranges like the Louders and the Voxatives are 8-inch. By going to a 10-inch and putting in a tape recorder wave, we get extremely deep response, about 30 hertz response. And this is the first, what I call, full range that's actually full range. It covers the range from 30 up to 20,000 hertz. It does it at about 92 dB efficient, which you'll know is less than what Voxative claims, less than what AER claims, but it's still a high efficiency driver, and those other drivers have peaks. That's where they measure the efficiency. We have a very flat frequency response.
Well, I surely heard it in Munich, and I'm very familiar with the Voxative drivers and the AER drivers. We've been filming them, and I've been listening to them for years. And the Louders as well, back in the day, 25 plus years ago when I first heard them. These are a horse of a different color.
They are.
They are. Yeah.
It's what we call a modern driver.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's technical innovations with the paper that is non-hydroscopic, so it doesn't change the sound when it's high humidity or low humidity. It's paper, but it has 3 different whizzers to help distribute any resonances and increase the highs. We've got a suspension on the back that's a phenolic machine suspension that keeps it centered, but it's much more linear than your traditional foam suspension. And overall, it's just a modern driver designed for modern times.
Well, let's walk through the rest of the system. I can't wait to share this with the viewers.
Okay, the rest of the system is a QLS music server, and this is just a music server that goes on music cards, or memory cards. And so what it does is it's a very pure system. It doesn't have a lot of back and forth between memory and a hard drive and so forth, and it works very clean. We have the Metrum Pavane DAC, which is a non-oversampling DAC that goes up to 192.24, and also has, I think it's 8 different A to D converters within it. The Path XP20, which I think everybody's familiar with, it's just a line stage preamp. And then down below is the SIT3. This is Nelson Pass's latest amplifier, and it has the SIT, which is a standard induction transistor, and it is of a special design that is meant to help increase soundstage and give you a big open sound to it. And when you listen to it, I think that's what you'll hear.
Well, speaking of that, let's do that next, okay?
All right.
Okay, here we go. delicious listening session. I have to tell you, the palpable realism of this speaker is a 10 out of 10. There's a magic to it that I'm sure the viewers will be able to hear it on through the YouTube, but here in person, I've never heard that Frederick Allaire trio, which we opened up with such believable character to the instruments themselves. It's almost like the speakers are regenerating the instruments in this room for us. And I've not heard that before. And I've heard, again, a number of single drivers over the years. When I heard these in Munich several months ago, and I could hear that extra octave going down to 30 for a single driver, that's it. It was it. It just, I was sold.
It is an amazing difference. I never thought that the last octave would make a difference, but the difference between the 8-inch
and the
10-inch is huge.
Huge, I know.
And it's a magnificent change in every respect. It gives you more low-level detail. It gives you more of that feel, but it gives you that extra bass and that realism in the bass that is so hard to come by.
Well, it's totally awesome. These are going to be coming to our showroom after this show wraps up. So we'll be reporting on these. You'll be seeing lots of Facebook posts from me on these. We'll do some listening snippets up there before we publish the full review. Again, John, I want to thank you very much for bringing and importing these speakers into North America. Just superb sound today. Superb.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.